In my previous topic, I have taught you about the hegemony as a hard power. Today, I am going to continue your topic hegemony as a structural power. The second notion of hegemony is very different from the first. It emerges from a particular understanding of the world economy. The basic idea is that an open world economy requires a hegemon or dominant power to support its creation and existence. The hegemon must possess both the ability and the desire to establish certain norms for order and must sustain the global structure. The hegemon usually does this to its own advantage, but often to its relative detriment, as its competitors take advantage of the openness of the world economy without paying the cost of maintaining its openness. Hegemony in this second sense is reflected in the role played by the US in providing global public goods. By public goods, we mean those goods that can be consumed by one person without reducing the amount of the good available for someone else. Fresh air and roads are examples of public goods. In the context of the world economy, the best examples of global public good are sea lanes of communication. In short form, it is called SLOCs, the sea routes commonly used by merchant ships. Free trade in an open world economy would not be possible without open sea lane of communications. It is the naval power of the hegemon that underwrites the law of the sea and ensures freedom of navigation in international water. Since the decline of British naval power after the Second World War, the multi-oceanic US Navy has played this role. Another example of global public good is the Internet. Although it is seen today as making the virtual world of the World Wide Web possible, we should not forget that the Internet is the direct outcome of a US military research project that began in 1950. Even today, the Internet relies on a global network of satellites, most of which are owned by the US government. The US is present in all parts of the world, in all sectors of the world economy, and in all areas of technology. The US share of the world economy remains an enormous 28%. The US also accounts for 15% of world trade. If intra-European Union trade is included in world trade data, there is not a single sector of the world economy in which an American firm does not feature on the top 3 list. It is important to remember that the economic preponderance of the US is inseparable from its structural power, which is the power to shape the global economy in a particular way. After all, the Bretton Woods system set up by the US after the Second World War still constitutes the basic structure of the world economy. Thus, we can regard the World Bank, International Monetary Fund, and World Trade Organization as the products of American hegemony. A classic example of the structural power of the US is the academic degree called the Masters in Business Administration. The idea that business is a profession that depends upon skills that can be taught in a university is uniquely American. The first business school in the world, the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania, was established in 1881. The first MBA courses were initiated around 1900. The first MBA course outside the US was established only in the year 1950. Today, there is no country in the world in which the MBA is not a prestigious academic degree. This takes us back to our South African friend Jabu. Structural hegemony explains why Jabu's father is insisting that his son gives up painting and studies for the MBA instead. In the structural power, a cartoon is depicted in a globe shape. Name of the cartoon is Dollar World. What is the basic idea of the cartoon Dollar World? The basic idea of the cartoon is the influence of the dollar. It shows that the United States has the world's largest economy. Most international transactions continue to be conducted with the United States dollar, and it has remained the de facto world currency. What this cartoon says about the nature of hegemony. The nature of this hegemony is structural power. Give any two examples of structural power. The two examples of structural power is global public goods, silence of communications, internet, etc. In my next audio, I will provide you information about hegemony as soft power.